Good morning, Titan City. I'm your man Alien, and you're watching Cyber News. Today we have full preview of upcoming March release, and also we have some unboxing, unpacking, revealing the other Martians. So stay tuned. Alright. A sip of coffee, and as always, we have three release for you. So of course, Titan City Stories, Grim Realms, and Hyperfront is coming your way in March. And this time our main theme is Cyber Chtulhu. So the great old one, you already know that from the 15th, from the small preview. But if you weren't here today, all the minis will be shown, and we will talk about them a bit, all the inspiration behind it and workflow and stuff like that. So on this picture you can see like all release, so as I like to say, the bucket of minis, but we have like lots of unique minis each month. And starting with Titan City Stories, like I said, the theme, generally the idea was that Cthulhu is invading our world this time in the future, so in the cyberspace setting. So he's inviting his cultists through virtual realities, through cyberspace. So if you are staying too long in VR, he will get to you, and then you get mad. We will go mad, and you will be Cthulhu cultist. And over here we have those guys who are going mad, and the bunch of investigators that are up to the Cthulhu's workings and trying to stop him. And what you probably know from the story, great story that Kuba wrote, they didn't manage to do this. So like tragic horror stuff. So the of course here is overview of the Grim Realms, but I will get right to the Titan City stories. Over here you have investigators. We have team of 7 people, and straight from the left, on the top we have Butcher Brush, which is like center character in the story, but also the mini inspired from our friend who's painting our minis, and his dog. So that was like a general story behind him. I'm just go to him so you can see him better. Also, I have him over here, and the dog is like very small, and you even have this small skateboard for him. So this is actually true. His dog, Carmel, is actually riding a skateboard. So if I will get like pictures, I think I can manage to do this on the Instagram to show you that the dog is really riding a skateboard. And that's a fun thing. But Brush Butcher, he's going mad through his visions of his art, and he knows what is going on with the Cthulhu. So he's like futuristic painter and something like that. The leader of the group is Dr. Rutherford. Maybe you know this name if you are watching the Star Trek Lower Decks. If not, he's just like typical scientist guy with the cybernetic eye, something like that. He were on small preview, but like the older guy who was leading the team, but not through his physical, but through his mind and his intelligence. A medic, AJ Shea. I play a lot of Apex Legends, and I won't lie to you, she's like inspired from Lifeline character from this game, but she's also like cool fitting to rapid response team from GRIDWARS. So like generally combat medic, like in Cthulhu in like 1920s setting RPG, there's always some medic or some kind of nurse, and she's like equivalent of that over here. With of course with a big gun, and she's using her like this reviving stuff for attacks. So just cool looking mini. Harpooner Jack Blast, and like there's always a nurse, there's always some kind of sailor. So Jack Blast is also over here in this character of being a sailor. He's like Battle of Ram. He lost both of his arms, so now he's have his cybernetic arms. And this whole idea that he's like wielding harpoon gun in the future was a bit like surreal, but still cool. He has his smoking pipe, so generally like big guy, like Brute from the team. Amelie Soares, she was in small preview, like typical adventurer. So Lara Croft slash Indiana Jones. That was like inspiration, like typical stuff. But in this setting, you need like some typical characters. Two guns on her thighs, so that's like Lara Croft style, but still some cybernetic equipment. And Father Frossard, that was actually from one of your comments. Someone commented that he is displaying the Holy Grenade. Yes, this is pretty cool thing, but this is not exactly that. I took this inspiration for this guy from old movie, French movie called Doberman, with Vincent Cassel. I don't know if you saw it, but it's a very cool movie. It's like very cyberpunkish, because the main group is the characters of bad guys who are robbing the banks. Lots of shooting, lots of fighting with the police, and there's like this priest guy who is actually wearing the grenade inside his Bible, but he was like bit crazy and like with crazy eyes, and he's like fitted into the Chtulhu, in my opinion, like in this setting perfectly. So he's like priest, but he's also not normal. So there it is. This hand grenade is actually in the movie. So I recommend it. Doberman, old French action movie with Vincent Cassel. Also, he over here have this device that you probably saw on Death Stranding video game from Hideo Kojima. Cool stuff. Over here, he's like using this to like search for the guys, for the like demons from the other dimensions and stuff like that. So that was like general inspiration behind him. Lieutenant Joshi, Detective Joshi. She's like generally inspired from Blade Runner, from the second Blade Runner. So if you saw that movie, you saw that the lieutenant of the police. She's almost like I can't say identical, but she's very much inspired from her. But she joins the team like from the police force side and supporting them like from the side of the law. And who else is over here that I didn't tell you about? Oh no, this is the whole theme. So then we have to go into the cultists. So I have the full picture over here. And we have like the cultists are like lower level, so they're still like intelligent. They are like heavily implanted into the VR, so all of them have like VR sets on them. And the idea is like the longer they are there, they are becoming these beasts. So the other guys, they're looking more monstrous. So this is like I was aiming for something like from the Innsmouth stuff from Chtulhu, where you have like cultists that are like more or less human, and then you have the hybrids, and they're coming from the society. So this is like something like this, where you have those hybrids that are like very deep into this Chtulhu stuff. They are like already lost. They are no longer human, and they are like functional on the same side in our reality and in the cyberspace. But the standard guys, I was aiming heavily, of course, for the cyberpunk genre. Cube was already in the small preview. 2 Uzis. I love Uzis in the cyberpunk. Whole ammunition stuff. He's looking very militaristic, but there you have like Hari, inspired from Hare Krishna guys, and this is like awesome stuff because they are still also cultists. They are in robes, but he's like still in his VR stuff with shotgun. So cool. Then it's like between the previous two, like he still has his robes, but he's already like bare chest with the knife, with the AK machine gun, and he has those balls on his neck, and they have a like small logo of the tentacle. So he's already like deep into this, and the leader, still the leader Landus. He has his VR deck up on in his arm, and over there you have those cyberspace tentacles going out of this deck. They are additional, so you can like glue them on, or if you want to, you can on the mini you can leave the cyber deck without these tentacles. And he's just like cult leader, of course, with the logo on his neck. And the 3 hybrids. I'm keep skipping to Chtulhu, but the 3 hybrids and just like degenerative, like no longer humor, like I said. And we have the main character of this release. So Chtulhu, he's not that cyber because he's like in general I think not he's not under the any genre or something. So I don't want to do him like with cybernetic stuff. He's just Chtulhu, straight and simple. I also have the mystery wagon, so I decided that you need a vehicle, so also the investigators need to move around, not in the cyberspace, but in the city, in Titan City. So this is like AV flying car, but in the style of 20s, so still a little notch to Chtulhu. And all of these miniatures have their versions of being in cyberspace. So over here I have cyberspace avatars. You will receive them in the release. They are like the same miniatures, but with this version when you can see the pixels on them. So if they are in cyberspace, if we will need this for some kind of RPG session setting, something like that, maybe print them in translucent resin and make them like nice diorama in cyberspace. I made this stuff before, so I don't know if you can see these guys, and our hacker release were done like that, when their avatars are made of those pixels. But of course there are just like additional stuff for you. All the minis look normal. Besides that, of course, I have a boost of Chtulhu. There was some kind of idea to make boosts earlier, but it took us a long time to find time to make them. So this is our first attempt. If you will like them, I think we can continue this. This is like nice stuff to have. I already have one on my desk. Actually, I think I printed him too small because he has a lot of details, so we can make him like 2 times bigger and he still will retain all his details. I also have the normal guy. He's not that big because I thought it was like relative. He can be like huge, gigantic, or just not that big. I just decided he will be the size of our Chtulhu that we had in our board game Lobotomy. But I think you can easily make him bigger if you need bigger Chtulhu in your sessions. And of course, this version of Bust is also done with the cybernetic cyberspace version. I think you can see this on this picture. I think this will also be cool if someone do this on Instagram or so. Please send me a picture, because that will be cool idea to print this in translucent and then just make stand like on black, but on all the rest like with the cyberspace. Just an idea. I'm not painter, so if you can do this, please do. Okay, and of course with that we have something that you very liked in the comments. So all the terrains, and actually this pile of Chtulhu stuff, proudly and superbly made by our today's awesome unboxing and reveal, the other Marcin, because every time I show you the Marcin, because the Forge team is made by me, Marcin, and the other Marcin who's over there, and if he can just like wave to you, because today everybody's in the office, that will be very cool, because I want to show you someone who made for you not only, come on, not only terrains.
Are we rolling?
Over, you have to more. Yeah, this is the other Marcin. Yeah, the Marcins, the whole Cyberforce team is here.
Hello everyone. I am responsible for the terrains, bases, and Hyperfront models. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the Discord, because I always read them, and I saw what you deleted.
Yeah, that was other Marcin. So he made this awesome like shrine of Chtulhu, of Cyber Chtulhu, because this is like old servers, old monitors. I asked him to do this, not like flat screens, but like old school TV sets. On the top you have like a sculpture of Chtulhu head, the cybernetic girl that she's probably some kind of sacrifice. And also in this set you have lots of freezers because if you are familiar with the cyberpunk setting, usually the hackers when they are going in or under, they are in the freezers to lower their body temperature. So there is like buckets of ice, not buckets, like almost coffins with ice. Huge set, awesome centerpiece, really cool. And also Other Martin made like in every release he made those awesome bases for you. And since we are in Other Martin's category, I will just show you also the minis for the Hyperfront. So in this month we are not making new faction but expanding old ones. So over here you have new ships for Terrans, for Orcs, for Swarm and for Smugglers, to expand a bit on your already existing sets minis for Hyperfront. With of course cards and everything for them will be in the release. And then we can switch back to the first Marcin over here, and he's responsible for this month Grim Realms, the last release of Hellspawn Demons, and the centerpiece of this collection is of course, where is it? The gigantic Lord of Eons. If you can, I don't know if you can see this on picture, but he has like lots of details. I have him over here. I will try to show you this. First of all, he's huge. This is Chtulhu for comparison. I don't know. Yeah, so his gigantic minis with lots of awesome details on the wings, on his head. Lots of hard work went into this guy, and I think you can tell. So he's a centerpiece of this Grimless settings. Next you have Bloodseekers. I actually love them because this one running one, very dynamic pose. Check out the sword with the skulls inside of them. So this is like whole squad. Also we have Hexbrats. I think of them when I look at them. I think of Gremlins. I don't know, like from old movies. I don't know if you saw Gremlins, but they have like this kind of vibe, like mean and small, like demons. And the last ones are the Rotlings. And oh, I don't have the single one. Yeah, but they are coming in this kind of package, a small package, and you can stack them up to make like the pile of them. Very original, really. I love those. They are looking very cool, and they actually, even if they are in Grim Realms, I think they fit very good in this month's Titan City stories, just like some Chtulhu stuff, maybe. Okay, so this is everything about the minis. There's a lot of things to print, so you should probably get ready. Of course, the release will be on the 2nd of March, like every month. We already put out the info in the post, just as a reminder that small preview will be always on 15th on the YouTube channel. I will be showing over there like 2-3 minutes from the upcoming release. Also, I will be exclusively showing one additional mini on the Instagram, and then as of like yesterday on 23rd, I will be showing the full preview and also talk a bit more to just like fill you in about the process behind all of the minis. You know me, I can talk a lot about each of these minis, but we don't have that much time. Of course, a lot of work in front of us. We have like lots of projects this year. Of course, we will and we have to finish and put out the GRIDWARS. Of course, some of these minis will get into the GRIDWARS as we do it every month in the release, but I won't tell you who yet. So, and soon we will be in the new studio, expanding our YouTube content. So we will, of course, do battle reports from GRIDWARS, from Bloodfields, from our board games. Probably the whole design of Cyber News will change a bit for better, of course, thanks to this new studio, new equipment. Lots of things to do. We already have to start to make things for another month, so stay with us to show what we'll think about next. So far you're liking the upcoming March in the comments, so we are very pleased because we put out a lot of work to it, but if you like it, we are very happy. So I think this is it. So, and as always, stay cool, stay cyber.